And welcome back. I want to do a quick video tutorial, so I'm not going to go into detail today, just to get you up and running on NTE Hub. This enables you to record live content. Now that could be in a lecture or meeting or even online conferences. This will record both online and live environments for you. It doesn't just record it, you can organise it with bookmarks. Maybe you want to add notes and label your information, export it for revision or minutes from a meeting. This will give you all those options to work with. So I'm going to dive straight into it, get you up and running quickly. First thing on the left, go to settings and just do this quick for me. Make sure you got your time zone correct there. Choose accessibility. If you want a tint, you can choose a little tint there and change that to help you with the reading online or maybe get headaches or dyslexia. The manage label sets. Again, choose your default label set here because what you have got default in here will work within the program. You can label specific bookmarks and slides. For example, you might label loads key, and this gives you the option to color code label them and export them to work with, or just label them within the program to access information. It really makes a different organization. If you don't like the color options labels, just select add label set, tap in there, and you can type in your own label set there. And then on the right, you can add different label sets by changing the color and giving them a name to precisely what you want, be it the meeting or lecture or different modules. But I'm going to revert back, so definitely set that up as well so you're ready for when you go into the program. Right, let's go to my recordings. Now at the top, folders. How important are folders? So make sure you create different folders in there that you want to record your audio into. So I just put lecture live and tap off that. So when you click into it, you can see I'm in lecture live. I can now start recording. Now I'm going to do an imaginary live lecture with just me rabbiting on, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to record and create bookmarks to organise your audio. If you've got an external mic, great, plug it in. Better than using internal mics. I've heard the new Macs, they're really good, the internal mics. So just remember this software can be used both on Windows and Mac because it's online based. So there's no compatibility issues with it. It's exactly the same on both devices. And you can even use it on your tablets as well. Also comes with a phone app if you want to use it via that. So I'm going to click record. I need to choose I'm recording a live lecture or maybe online lecture or meeting. So it's up to you. I'm going to go with live. Yeah, let's do a live lecture or meeting, for example. Now in the middle, we can start recording and then add the bookmarks. If you've got a camera, then you can turn it on there, but you need an external camera to plug in, don't you, to point. Always ask for permission as well. If it's a cam, it's going to be filming you. So select start recording as if you're in a live environment, whatever it might be. And you can see as I speak, you can see the effect in the middle there. Now I'm going to select bookmark. Now bookmarks is how you want to implement them for maybe key points, or it could be just separating for minutes later to get your minutes down in that specific point of the meeting. So I'm going to do a few there. I'm going to add another bookmark. Now if you wish to pause, click pause at the bottom. Maybe there's a lunch break or maybe there's a group discussion. Click delete if you don't want it anymore, or click keep if you want to stop there. But click resume, carry on. I'm going to add one more bookmark actually, so we've got the 3 there. So click pause at the bottom, and if you want to stop, you're finished live recording, select keep, and then give it a name. So I'll just call that live. By the way, it's probably worth adding tags so you can find it later. So I'm just going to put, what should I put down? Education would do. And you can add a sub tag. I'm going to put teacher training, and that would do. Click save. And there you go. It's done. Now you can't see it, just refresh the page, right click and reload or refresh. Now let it sync. It takes a little while to sync to the cloud depending on the size of it. This shouldn't take too long, but what I normally do after a few minutes, I'll right click and refresh. You can see they've got teacher training option there, and that was a tag I added. And on the right, got 3 little dots, so you can re-edit it. Maybe you want to change the tags or the name. You can move it to varying folders. You've got 2 options here. This will open it up into Notetaking Express for you. And you can download the audio files separate in case you want to upload it to your phone or dictaphone to listen to. And we can also delete that recording if you wish as well. You can also delete it. If you tick here, if you've got loads of recordings, tick here and you can delete them all with the trash option there as well if you wish. Right, I'm going to do a right click, see if that's done, and reload. There we go, it's good to go. So if I click play, might be, and you can see and it's playing back my voice that I was just recording earlier. Now I'm ready to work with it. So all you need to do is actually click on the title that you added, and it should open up. Now it opens up on the left in the bookmarks option. Now it can be a bit overwhelming when you first see it, but it isn't if we simplify it. First thing, we've got the bookmarks, and I prefer to have them up here, top left, ascending. So bookmark 1, 2 and 3, all that's better, all the way down. Now have a look at bookmark 1, that syncs to that bookmark, bookmark 2 and bookmark 3 when you press the bookmark button. So you've ordered and organised the audio files with bookmarks. And we've got the bookmark separation here to work with. So what you could then do is this. You could tap on your first note here, which is bookmark 1, and you can give it a name. I'm just going to put note 1, tap into it. Now watch. It's because I'm on bookmark 1, so if I select the play button, it will play back from bookmark 1. Bookmark. Now bookmarks is how it's bookmark. And I'm going to click now, pause. Bookmark. So that way, as you play back that part of the bookmark, you could add a little note. And then you start adding all your notes for bookmark 1. But I've got an option here. I'm not tried out yet. Try it yourself because I'm recording with my headphones as well, so it's hard to dictate and everything. But try to start dictation. You might be able to play back, pause it, and then dictate and paraphrase, or word by word, it's up to you, into those notes. But they've got a transcription option. I've never tried out, so have a little blast with that later. See how that comes up. I think it takes a while, but it should transcribe the audio into text for you. So there you go. There's bookmark 1 done. So now I can go down to a bookmark 2. And again, I can click on the note. And I can rename that. Remember, this could be for minutes or lectures, depending on what you're doing. And then I could add another note in there. And remember, by clicking the play button, see it's jumped to bookmark 2. There. I'm going to add another bookmark. You can jump to specific bookmarks to get your notes down for that specific part of the audio recording. One problem though, I'm looking at these notes, it all kind of blends in the same. So why don't we go 3 little dots on the note and change the colour? Let's make that green. So I know later on all my green ones are my notes. I can jump to them straight away. Great for revision, or if you want to go back on the meeting minutes. So there we go, got some form of organisation as well. Just another quick point. See the buttons here, you can jump back and forth between the bookmarks. So one more bookmark actually. And pause. I want to show you as well, you can add bookmarks. So see where the timeline is here. If I select bookmark, I can add a bookmark at that point. And if I actually scroll down, you can see I've now added that bookmark here, number 4. So you can add your bookmarks as well, but it's probably a good idea to add your bookmarks as you're listening. You get more organisation that way, don't you, as well? We've made a start. We'll start to organise stuff. Now I want to go back to bookmark 1. I'm going to click the stop button at the top. Now on bookmark 1, if you come along to here, we've got 3 little dots. Click on it. Remember those labels I mentioned earlier? You can create default labels of your own, or the default ones they've got. So I could say bookmark 1 is key. And then I could go to maybe bookmark 2. I'm going to assign that maybe important example. And then you get the idea with that. Bookmark 3, again, I can assign a label. Don't understand. So from a standard audio recording, you've now organised stuff to work with a lot better. Now I'm going to show you in a minute how to upload slides, because if you've had a lecture, you'd like to work with slides as well. Before we do that, see when you've added notes here. So if I was to double tap quick, highlights it, I could make that as a keyword. And I might say that is definitely key, so I'm going to use that label and select done. And then you might highlight words for all your notes. So I'm going to double tap bookmark. I'm going to make that a key one. And let's say I'm going to make that as a key definite. No, let's make that as a reference. And click done. Can you see how it's highlighted it in the colours? You've got your keywords, but come to the left all your keywords go here. So that way you can have a look at all your key information and how much they've been used. Of course they're high because I've hardly got any text in there, as you can see. But you can work with these now. Look at the little arrows. Click on the little arrow up. You can see exactly where it's added, note 1, and you can see the colour. So what you can do with the 3 little dots, you can now actually change the label if you feel it's something different, but you can export it. So we can actually export all these keywords to a Word document, and you can display the highlights everywhere, which I prefer to watch. So if I select Show Everywhere, and again, come to here as well and select this one, Show Everywhere. Let's go back to Bookmarks. So that way in all your notes, you'll see here, they show up so you can see your keywords you're working with as well. So colours are pretty powerful if you look at them. They really do separate and organise stuff you're working with. And just in case you want to add an additional note, not a problem. Click plus. You can add a text note or you can add an attachment from your computer or from another project you've got. So you might have a PDF you want to attach or a Word document you need to attach to this. So I'll do from device, this pops up, click on it. I should do this PowerPoint. I'm going to attach this up as an example. And there you go. I've now got that whole attachment there. Whatever it is you choose, whatever it is, I can click on it. I can open it up and work with that on the right as well. So I'm going to get rid of that, 3 little dots, and remove. So now I want to work on if this was a lecture and you need to now upload the slides to work with. To upload your slides, bottom left hand corner, come to Files. And you can see I've uploaded them through there. But let me show you something. I'm going to delete them because I want to do it from scratch. Now, click the plus button and select drop them in here. But before you do anything, I need you to do something for me. If you've got PowerPoints you want to upload, so I've got some PowerPoints here that say you want to work with those PowerPoints, I would convert them, really important, into a PDF first because PowerPoints are so much larger and take longer to upload. Easy to do. So come out there, go to File, Save As, and choose we're going to save it to. I'm going to leave it in my download folder, but make sure you choose the extension PDF and select Save. You've still got the original PowerPoint, but you also have a duplicate and PDF, and they're so much smaller and quicker to upload. Okay, so definitely worth doing that. It'll save you time. Right, so what I'm going to do is upload them by tapping on it. There's my PDFs there, and it should upload in about 10 seconds then. Otherwise you have to wait minutes. There's the slides. Now, I say slides, we're going to see one. Click the 3 little dots and select Split. And that will open up all your slides so you'll be able to see them to work with. And there we go. Again, I prefer timeline ascending. So I'm going A to Z. There we go. They're all in order now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down. So now I've got my slides to work with. So now if I go back to Bookmarks, I'm going to say, right, I need to assign my slides to each bookmark. So for example, that could be slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. I say slide, it could be any image, couldn't it? So if I go to board at the top, we now have all those slides ready to go. You could come up and use the sync bookmark action. But what I want to do, I'll do it individually. Let me show you. So slide 1, document page 1, I'm going to send that to my bookmark 1. And it will disappear. I'll show you where it goes. It actually goes to the actual bookmarks. I'll show you in a minute. Go to send. That's going to be bookmark 2. And again, I'll do one more. Send. So that's going to be to my bookmark number 3. Actually, I've got one more on there, haven't I? I'm going to add one more. And number 4 is going to be my bookmark 4. Let's now go to bookmarks on the left. And there they go. You see how they've synced to specific bookmarks I added them all. So if you're working with slides or images, you can then sync them to the audio and the correct bookmark and notes that you're working with. So obviously here on the left, they will then be notes for your slides, wouldn't they? Rather than just notes from a meeting. But again, it's how you want to implement that. And if I tap on the slides, they come up on the right and you can work with them as well. So this is a simple, quick way of recording live content. One last factor on this part is actions really important to enhance your audio quality if it's not very good from a live environment. But I want to export to document. Now before I do, we've got all these labels to work with, haven't we? Colours. But how do we implement them? We've done it with the keywords, but come to the left and select labels. And there they are, all the labels and colours. So now if I actually click here on the right, I can see here I can hide my bookmarks if I want. But there's my first bookmark that I've labelled that slide, or bookmark if you like, depends on how you're using it. So on the right here, I could export that if I want. So I'm going to select export. So if you've colour coded different bookmarks, it'll all be listed there. And then I've got the option here to export them all to a PDF file to work with. So I'm just going to export everything because it works the same way. So if I go to bookmarks, I'm going to export every bookmark, the whole lot. So come up the top, select actions and export to document. There's all my bookmarks there. I've only had the 4. I would leave everything default, but play around with that when you're using it and see what's best for you. Now I've only got one output option, PDF. Click export. But it really doesn't matter because you open up a PDF within a Word document, it uses OCR to convert it. So that way you can still edit and work with it. I'll show you that now. Open up your Word for me and select open. Find where you've downloaded that PDF. Mine's in my downloads. And double tap it to open it. And Word will start converting it. And there we go. If you actually click enable editing at the top, it'll enable you then to edit it as well and work with it. And there you go, got all your slides, all your information, and you can add additional notes in there if you wish as well. And close that for me. So there you go, that's working with live content. But what about online content? Come to the top, select NHub. By the way, it saves automatically for you. And go back to my recordings. Now this could be on Panopto, Teams, Skype, anywhere. Maybe you're recording YouTube. You can use this option. One thing you got to remember, when I was using it wasn't working for me, so you got to change some settings to make sure it's working. Now the original settings I was asked to change to enable screen recording were these. So I want you to follow this. Go to privacy settings. On the left, make sure you choose privacy and security. At the bottom here, we've got camera and microphone. So make sure on camera, you definitely have the option on here. That's your first option. Come back to privacy and security. Microphone, again, make sure the camera's on for the microphone to record. And now I did all that and it still didn't work. It would just not play back or even record the audio. So I finally worked out what the issue was. Go to your control panel. You can still access your control panel from Windows 11. Look for the sound option for me, your control panel. Open it up. Now, let me close that so you can concentrate on this. Go to the recording tab. This button here, stereo mix. Right click, you can disable it. Right click, you need to enable it. If you don't enable it, it won't record online content for you. I had an issue with that for all my browsers. I went through all the browser settings, I set all that and it still wouldn't work, but that seemed to have fixed the issue for me. If you can't see it in there, do a right click and select show disabled devices or show disconnected devices, and that will show all your audio options in there. Okay, so make sure you do that or you're going to have a serious issue not recording. Let's imagine you're going to record an online lecture. So what we need to do is, actually I've got one here, just like a demo one, I think, at the bottom. So I'm going to drag this over, there it is, and drag this to the left to lock it in. So let's say you want to record this, and again it could be on anything, Panopto, Teams, so use your imagination. See the option here, we've got the option here to record, but also remember what we did before? We selected record there as well. But this time we're going to be recording my screen. So select it for me, and you need to select exactly what you want to record. Now, I tend to always do entire screen by ticking it here so it shares audio, but I see both. That seems to work quite well. But if you want to record something specific, you might have Panopto or Teams open. Select Windows, and this will show you a specific window that's open. So you could tap on whatever it is and share the screen to record as well. Same goes for a Pacific Chrome tab you've got open. You can select a specific one. So I'm going to select philosophy in one lecture in this case. And now I'm ready to actually record by selecting share and then clicking play on the lecture. So what I'm going to do that now and leave it run for 30 seconds.
And there's your mind, okay? Now, suppose you have a thought. I don't know how to draw a thought exactly, but imagine it's something like a little electrical charge in this mind. So we've got this little zap here. And I don't know, what are you thinking about? Suppose we've got something very simple, like, for example, a triangle. And you're looking at the triangle, and you're saying, that's a triangle. So we might think this thought has a content.
And if you notice, I was clicking the bookmark button. So I was adding bookmarks. I was listening to online content. So now you can give it a title. So I'll just put online. I won't add tags this time. Got the idea of that, and click save. Now I'm going to maximize it. And again, let it sink away for a little while. And then hopefully you'll have that recorded online content and we can open it up in NTE Hub again, and you can start working with it by adding notes in your slides and so on. And there we go. Now if I select play.
And there's your mind, okay? Now, suppose you have a thought. I don't know how to...
I've now recorded my online content. So if I click on it, I can open it up within NTE Hub and start working on it exactly like I did with the live lecture. And again, got all my bookmarks here. So again, go to the top, ascending. I won't go through it all again with you, but it's the same concept with the audio at the top and the bookmarks. But on the right now, you've actually got the video to watch as well. Watch.
And there's your mind, okay?
So then again, you can type in here and start adding additional notes. Here for the video recording. So there's a quick video tutorial on using. There's a lot more to it, but it just gives you the basics to get you up and running. Don't forget though, top left, you can add a track. So you can actually bring a track in. So there's some basics to get you up and running. Thanks for watching.